CleanSpark, ticker CLSK, have tripled almost in the past month as the company has acquired a Bitcoin miner and is mining Bitcoin. Let's bring in CEO and President Zach Bradford is back with us here on the show. Zach, good to have you here. So you guys just put out an announcement recently about the number of Bitcoins that you've mined since you acquired ATL data centers. You produced 31 Bitcoins, but let's rewind it way back, because you were here in October and we were talking about solar grids and your guys' technology for managing grids. What happened?
Hey, we are still in the exact same business. What we have is we saw an opportunity in Bitcoin. The number one cost of mining a Bitcoin is energy. And what better way to solve it than to have an energy company like ours to use our innovative solutions to bring it down even further in cost. And we're extremely happy with what we've been able to do. And it's not a small problem that we're trying to solve. You know, the University of Cambridge this morning came out with a report that they believe that the power used in Bitcoin mining is equivalent to the power used in the entire country of Pakistan. And so there's a big problem to solve here, and we think we're well suited to solve it, in addition to continuing to address the other areas that we do with our microgrids and our software and energy efficient solutions that we offer to our customers.
Okay, so right now, when you bought ATL, walk me through what the process is like mining Bitcoin versus improving the mining process. Have you already applied this energy saving technology from your own tech to mine, or are you just continuing their mining operations? Walk me through where you're at in terms of improving the technology for the actual mining process, because it looks like you've been pretty busy mining the coins.
We have been busy. So ATL, it's a data center located in Atlanta. They had existing operations for Bitcoin mining, which we have taken over. We're in the early stages of making those improvements. We've already started. We're expanding the facility from 20 megawatts up to 50 megawatts. We expect that that'll be done late spring, early July. We will be adding quite a bit of renewable energy, solar panels, batteries, along with our solar to control the entire energy system for the site. So we're still in the early stages of the energy expansion, but we're also really focused on not letting our expansion interrupt the mining. Mining is revenue, and we like the revenue we're seeing right now.
Okay, so just to, well, firstly on the revenue side, because I got a lot of questions, can you give me an idea what the average price is, or the average amount you're making per Bitcoin right now? I mean, we know it's trading at 30K, but you've been doing this for a month during the rally. Can you give me an idea how much you've made off the mining yet thus far? I'm assuming you're selling these Bitcoin if you're doing it for revenue.
Yeah, absolutely. We're selling about half right now. The revenue we expect to recognize from mining to date is, let's call it $870,000.
Okay.
We're averaging, about 1.4 Bitcoins a day.
Okay.
We are expecting to expand that quite a bit this month. We do have another 1,500 miners that will go live in January. That'll increase our capacity by about 30%.
Is your expansion dependent on the price of Bitcoin?
It is not, actually. We're actually extremely profitable the way we have it set up. The people running the facility before knew exactly what they were doing to be profitable, and we're there just to help them continue doing what they're doing, but then drive energy prices down. And so we make money anytime Bitcoin's over $6,000.
Okay,
and
so
that's all in costs.
Okay,
that's
so there is a break.
Everything.
Okay, so break even around $6,000. So it is worth it for you to mine a Bitcoin as long as the price is over 6K.
Absolutely. So as you can see right now, there is a lot of profit left on the bone right now.
Now, how much, do you have any idea how much you'll be able to bring down that break-even price with your tech once you've applied? What I'm guessing is you're going to harness some of the solar energy. Is that what you're trying to do here? Use your technology to bring down the price by having a cheaper form of energy? Or how's that going to work? And do you know what break-even it might take it to?
I could speculate a little bit on the break even. Really, we expect we could probably reduce our all-in costs by, another 30%, 40% maybe. So we have some pretty lofty goals. Where we exactly arrive at, is to be determined. How we're going to do it though is yes, through solar, through renewables. But our controller is all about optimization and efficiency. So we factor in a lot of things. What the weather is going to be, sunny, cloudy, or is there solar panel, or is there solar power coming through that day? We integrate with batteries, with generators. We do want to use this as a test bed for multiple technologies. So I'd expect we're going to bring in fuel cells and batteries from a lot of different players in the market. We do want to also open it up to our partners that we have to, hey, if you want to test out some new energy equipment, we'd love to have them on site, have our software control it, and use it to optimize more energy. So we're going to look to stay on the cutting edge of what technology has to offer and what innovation there is. But it's all going to be driven by our software products.
So that's what I was wondering in terms of the scalability for this. I mean, is this a long-term project? Obviously, if the price remains above 6K, then it's worth it. But in terms of how much is it worth the human capital or the other types of CapEx? I mean, the last time we spoke, you guys had just raised like $40 million, I believe, and I imagine at the time, investors and the money that was coming into the business was with the idea of it going towards the solar grids and such. I mean, how do investors feel about the Bitcoin pivot? I mean, it seems like the stock market likes it, but how do you know if it's going to be sustainable, and is any of this happening at the expense of the business that you started off with?
Hey, that's a great and fair question. And first, want to reinforce it definitely isn't a pivot. We're using it as a full-scale test bed that happens to produce a significant amount of revenue.
Okay.
We're still moving on all cylinders in the energy space and what we're doing. And frankly, we expect this to attract a lot of business. By having these systems, and we're going to have multiple systems on site, it's going to be to add energy efficiency and to prove it out for data centers, to prove it out for other miners. So we frankly expect to take our solutions and apply them to other facilities we don't own. But frankly, the opportunity was such at the time, it made far more sense for us just to acquire the whole business than to just put an energy system in place, which we had been in talks with ATL for several months actually, of just doing the energy. And frankly, the numbers just look so good that we decided just to take it over.
I see.
That way we can just focus the capital to a highest and best use on that specific site.
So still primarily this kind of began as a way to apply the energy efficient tech to a big energy consuming business, and you said, okay, well actually we might as well just take it over and we can keep the Bitcoin that we're applying the energy efficiency in these products to. Is there an additional patent or something that you can easily kind of pivot over that will be Bitcoin specific that you can sell to other miners, a technology or something that is going to be easy to ship out? I mean, I imagine that could be a pretty lucrative business.
We already have our software patented, and frankly, energy is energy. So whether that energy is flowing to Bitcoin mining or whether it's flowing to a manufacturing facility or to a large home, that's really what we've been focusing our patents on. Now, time will tell if we find other ways to be even more efficient specific to Bitcoin mining, and we would absolutely look to patent those. Right now, we really believe that what we have in the quiver is going to meet most of the needs for that site and any other.
Okay, and just last thing, Zach, in terms of for those that don't really speak crypto, or even maybe if they don't speak energy, like what % of the energy consumption are you bringing down? Like, is your process 20% more efficient than traditional mining on average, 30, 40?
It's really going to depend on site specific, and I'm going to tell you why. Most miners, how they manage their energy prices is you manage it holistically. So you go into the utility and you try and bulk purchase your power on specific pricing. So really, somebody that is more successful in that process or less successful could save a little bit more or less. But one thing we do know is for anybody that has significant demand charges related to their energy use profile, which is what the utility throws on by whenever you're a high power user, we in some cases can eliminate those charges, and we've seen those demand charges as high as 50%. So it's all about attacking very specific problems and how you're billed for your energy, and that's what our software does best.
Okay, so you're not just chasing the Bitcoin rally. I like it.
No, we're not.
Okay.
Oh, it's been great. Don't get me wrong, but frankly, we actually had been speaking with them from the February prior. We spoke with them all during the crash of Bitcoin also, and something very important to us was that break-even point with Bitcoin. We expect Bitcoin to be volatile, and we're extremely happy with where it's at. But we needed to know that we had a long way to go before we had any issues. Because again, it's about the power, it's about the energy. And controlling the energy is the highest cost.
Yeah.
We feel really good about the facility and are really excited about the future.
All right, well, you got about a $28,000 spread to your break even right now, so plenty of room, buffer zone there. Appreciate it, Zach Bradford. Really cool stuff, exciting, and we're definitely going to keep following up with you. Appreciate you joining us here again.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Thanks. Zach is the CEO and president at CleanSpark, tripling over the past month.